we do. So look at that, the engine's in. So to actually fit it took about 15 minutes with me and my brother. What took longer than 15 minutes was the several hours it took to sort of refit it twice. Then we couldn't get it to nip up, and then I remembered on where the engine fits onto the bell housing, there's an actual extra spacer which I forgot to put on, so that's why we had to remove it and then fit it a third time. So, but that job, once we got all that sorted, only took about 15 minutes. So yeah, altogether it was about 3 hours. Never mind. So today's job is, well, get this fitted in properly, get that fitted on properly, fit the exhaust manifold, connect that up to the exhaust box, try and remember where they go, and some other bits which I'll eventually work out as I go. So, oh yeah, there's that little wire down there as well which goes somewhere. Yeah, I'll figure it out. So with a bit of luck, once I put some oil in, we might even get it running. So fancy that. So right, I've got those wires to connect up to that. The choke needs connecting. Well, just generally stuff needs connecting. So I'll get stuck in. Where's the cat gone? Right then, I've got exhaust manifolds all connected up properly. That's all connected up to the exhaust box. Those wires are attached, choke done. I've misplaced the spring for here, so I've improvised for now and done a bit of a cowboy job, but it does the job for now. That, if I remember rightly, goes there, and these wires, I have no idea where they fit in, but they could be what the self tappers are for. Yeah, so I'll figure that out in a bit. So I've got my new air filter to go in, so I'm going to fit that on there and then sit and scratch my head about those wires. Right, I think these wires go on the coil. So there's positive and an earth, or a live and an earth, and this, I think, was attached there via a self tapper. So I think, is that an earth? Being a colourblind master electrics guy, I really don't know, but if everything all goes in the wrong place, I think I'll find out fairly quickly. So I'm going to attach these, attach that, stick it back together, and then pray. So right then, got them connected up, everything else is connected up. I've put in 1.5 litres of oil, takes 1.75, but you need to sort of work it round, get the filter housing to fill up as well, so I can always top that up. I've mixed my petrol up and I've got that in the tank. I have no idea where that goes. If I'd actually been clever and taken photos before I took everything apart, that would have helped, but never mind, never mind. What I'll need to do is turn the ignition on, So the pump should start making a noise, and that'll start pulling the fuel through, and then hopefully it'll fire up in a minute. So right, fingers crossed. Right, I'm not nervous at all here, so there you go, there's the fuel pump. Then I think once that pulls the fuel through, then it should change tone a bit. Oh, just like that. Right, we'll shift that there for now. Right, here goes. Well, it's turning over. But nothing yet. Right. Go. Come on. Right, let's give it a minute. I believe it goes there, because when I was touching that on there was a light lighting up on the dashboard, which I think is the oil pressure sensor. So right, let's attach that and then see what it does. Right, that's attached. So now that extra light lights up. Is it? No. That suggests that... No, that light doesn't work now. Oh, yes it does. It's turning over, but it's not firing up. So, is that a problem in the distributor? Is it not sparking? That's the thing. I don't know anything about electrics, so I'm going to consider this a success because it turns over and I've put it all back together, and I've worked out what those self tappers are for, because they screw these panels back down. So right, I'm gonna just clean this up a bit because I can do that, and then I'm gonna scratch my head about the whole electrical thing. Right, once more for luck. No, nah, didn't want it to start anyway. Right, I'll go and do some thinking.